Hello everyone, I'm Joshua.
And I'm Abe.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Jay.
I'm Josh too.
Hello everyone, Joshua Myers here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Disney's Dinosaur from 2000.
Coming to theaters May 19.
What is it?
What is it?
We have a visitor.
You've never seen anything like this.
Come on, get the herd out of here!
Walt Disney Pictures presents Dinosaur, rated PG, coming to theaters May 19.
Disney's Dinosaur stars D.B. Sweeney, Alfred Woodard, I think that's how you pronounce it, Ozzie Davis, Max Casella, and is directed by Ralph Zondek. The plot of Disney's Dinosaur is that it's set 65 million years ago. This is the story of Aladar, a iguanodon who is separated from his own kind and raised by a clan of lemurs, including the wisecracking Zini and the compassionate Pleo. When a meteor shower destroys their home, Aladar and his family follow a herd of dinosaurs heading for the safety of the nesting grounds. Along the way, Aladar befriends Baleen, an elderly brachiosaur, Ema, an unstoppable Styracosaurus, and Nera, a feisty fellow iguanodon. Together, they must stand strong amidst food and water shortages, the threat of carnivore attacks, and Aladar's run-ins with the herd's stubborn leader, Kron. What are my positives with Disney's Dinosaur? Honestly, for me, one of my biggest positives I could give this movie is that the animation looks great. Like, here's the thing. Everything looks photorealistic for the most part, except for kind of the cartoony faces with the dinosaurs, but it's not too overly cartoony. It's just enough. You know? I mean, especially look at the environment stuff. Honestly, for me, if you were to tell me they shot this whole movie in real locations and just, you know, added the dinosaurs in later, I would 100% believe you on that. And also, the dinosaur effects still look good, actually. Like, this film is now 20 years old. And it still looks good 20 years later. Man, do I feel old. Also, I think overall, again, this is a story that's been done before. It's the Moses story. And I think with this in mind, I think they did pretty well, actually. You know, the idea of doing the Moses story, but with dinosaurs, is like, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And honestly, I think Disney managed to handle that really well. And here's the thing, I also do like at least two of the characters, honestly. I like the two elderly dinosaurs, the Brachiosaur and the Styracosaurus. Honestly, I do really like them. Also, I think the Carnotaurs, like the Carnotaurus, looks really cool. The sound effects sound really awesome for the Carnotaurus here. It was honestly, I think, a lot of people's first introduction to the Carnotaurus, actually. And a lot of these dinosaurs, like the iguanodons and stuff like that. You know, which, after this movie, especially, a lot of the people wanted to see both iguanodons and Carnotaurus, and the Carnotaurus in one of the future Jurassic Park movies. Now, we did get the Carnotaurus in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which was awesome to see. But we still have yet to get the Iguanodon, so maybe they'll do that for Jurassic World 3. Who knows? Also, the music of this film is pretty good. Oh, the pacing of this film is really good too, actually. This film clocks in at 1 hour and 24 minutes and did not feel like that whatsoever. And honestly, overall, I really like this movie. I do have some issues with it, which we're going to get to in my negatives right now. What are my negatives for Disney's Dinosaur? Honestly, for me, one of my negatives is that, honestly, like, they do some of the cliche stuff. Like, you have, like, you know, two stubborn leaders, and they kind of do, like, two different cliches with them. One of which, one, you know, ends up, learning that's not how it has to be and that, and sacrificing his life for them. And then also you got the other one who never learned his lesson and ends up paying the price for it and dying, And that could have been done without. There's also some other stuff that I thought was weird. Like, for example, there's some like most of the dinosaurs, like the main characters could talk, but there's some dinosaurs that can't. I mean, like the Carnotaurus can't talk and that. Also, another thing that's weird with that in mind is that even one of them is like almost like a dog. Yeah, it makes like the and all that stuff, like some of the dog sounds, except in dinosaur form. And it's just really weird. Also, I think this film would have greatly benefited if they did not have the dinosaurs talk whatsoever. Any of the creatures or nothing like that. Have it be basically, pure visual storytelling. I mean, they already got great visuals for that. Great music and that. Great sounds too, actually. I just think it would have been so much better if they did it, like, had the dinosaurs only made those sound effects, did not talk, so no voice actors, nothing like that, and had it be basically pure, like, just be based purely on visual storytelling, And that's kind of what we got in the opening. I mean, the opening, I will admit, was awesome. Which, scratch that, I'll put that as a positive, too. Actually, the opening of this film is another positive. But anyway, the opening of this film was amazing, actually. I dug the opening. Now, if they had kept it like that throughout the rest of the film, had the dinosaurs not talk or anything like that, this movie could have been easily like a 5 out of 5, I think. And honestly, too, most of the characters are not that interesting. They're kind of bland, generic type characters. You got Aladar, who's just the typical straight guy, the nice guy and everything. And you got, his, romantic interest, who's just a romantic interest because they needed to have one movie, and she's pretty bland too. Also, you got some dialogue that is kind of really corny and just cringy at times because it's, like, even really dated dialogue, which, again, keeps it from this film being 5 out of 5 star worthy. Like, you got stuff like lines of dialogue like the Professor of Love, or, like the Love Monkey and that, and it's like, really? Which, again, is why I think this film would have benefited greatly from having the animals not talk, like the animals and dinosaurs not talk whatsoever, so that we didn't end up getting dialogue like that. But honestly, for me, those are my only negatives with this movie. So with that said, I'm going to give Disney's Dinosaur a 4 out of 5 stars. I honestly really like this film. I'm not sure what people's, other people's thoughts are on this movie, like the majority of people, but honestly, I really dug it. I do have some issues with it that I think, if worked around, would have made this film like 5 out of 5 star worthy for me. But because those issues are there, that's why I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. So that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.